9 times out of 10, the settings for the channels will be just fine for your event. But in the case that you do need to adjust some parameters, I'm going to show you how. Now what we're looking at right now is the user fader layout for the event that we're doing right now. And so in this case you have the first 4 channels are local analog inputs from the wireless microphones that are in a rack present here at the tech table. And then you have 4 inbuilt wireless microphones for the Bernie Center. Now, there are some fundamental differences to these channels, as you can see up here. You only get 8 faders on the screen at a time. The first 4 are the local inputs, and the second 4 are the inbuilt wireless microphones. Now you can see the gain structures are different. On the local inputs, you have analog gain, and you also have the ability to provide phantom power and to flip the phase. On the digital inputs, you have what's called digital gain, which technically isn't really gain, but it amplifies and attenuates your signal, depending on your situation. So maybe somebody grabbed the mic and started shouting into it, which I believe is the case for this attenuation of -5 decibels for this microphone. So that's pretty much the only difference between the 2 types of inputs, analog and digital. But they both kind of function the same. Our rack mount wireless mics have a very hot output. They are actually line level, which is why it's only +4. When you're plugging actual like dynamic microphones into the console that are not wireless, this gain's going to be upwards of +28 to +34 or so to get enough signal coming in. Now, if you want to adjust the gain, you can touch that gain knob, and then this pink halo indicates that this knob is going to be in control of that. On the gain, on the input gain page, that's the only parameter that's adjustable. But when we go to the EQ, you select your parameter by touching it, and then, so in this case, that low filter, the parameter we are adjusting now is frequency. So up here you have Q, which is the width of your parametric EQ, the frequency, which is its center point, and the gain, which is whether you're attenuating or boosting it. You also have ability to change the type of filter that's going on there. Now, see these arrows to the right and left of your parameter? That tells you that you're adjusting frequency. If you touch it again, you can then adjust gain using this knob. Now, the other way to adjust it is you can just move it with your finger. So we're going to put it back to -10 gain and add a frequency of 850. That's how he had it before. Now on the screen you also have the ability to turn off and on your high pass filter. This will cut all the rumble and boominess out of your situation, and you can adjust according to the voice that is behind it. You can also turn the EQ on and off here, which I don't recommend. Things don't sound great without EQ in here. The next parameter here is a gate, which we generally don't use. When you use a gate on voices that are speaking, you'll often cut off parts of their speech and it will sound unnatural. So unless you are using like 13 microphones that are all live and it's a difficult feedback situation, just go ahead and don't use the gates, but use them if you have to. Talk to your technical coordinator for more advice. We also have compression here. We generally keep compression on and available because people are unpredictable and they might jump up there and start shouting, and if we don't have compression on them, it will get really loud really fast. So we have it there, and adjust to taste. As you learn more, and have more experiences, you'll have a better understanding of whether you want to compress or not. And so that's it for signal processing and how to interact with this interface.